Hey together, I'm going to show you how to crochet on the main part of Wooloo's head, so the fluffy part up here. And I've prepared a small head. It's not exactly what it's meant to look like, obviously it's the wrong color, but I hope you can see it better in this color. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the non-fuzzy white yarn and start on the lane just above where you sewed on the ears. I don't have the ears yet, but you can imagine them like here. So I'm going to start here. Pull it through. Put it back here. Hope you can see it. Yeah, you can. Going to make a slip stitch for the beginning. And then I'm just going into the next stitch like this, pull my yarn through, and make a single crochet. Then I'm going into the next hole over there, pull it through again. Like this. And then I'm going to continue doing this for the rest of the round, so over here. When you finish this line, you can just pull it through or cut it off and then make a knot. And then I'm starting over here again so that I have the same pattern for every row. This is obviously too low for the first line, so it should be more down there, but I don't have that much space, so my head is going to become a little smaller than it should be. So now you can either decide if you want to do it right here in the holes above the lane you just made or in the lane up here. For the first one, I did it right next to it and then I just left the whole thing out. So you can do it as you want. It's going to be fluffy either way, so you can just try it out. I'm going to go into the second one here because we don't need it that fluffy. Okay, we just finished the second line. I'm just going to put it down here. It should look like this. And then you can continue doing the other lines. We are not going to do this now because for demonstration purposes we don't need it. So just cut through, cut it off, and make a knot and sew it in. And we don't need that now either because just showing how it should work. So that's the base structure of the head. You can make it more narrow if you want to, but we're not doing it now. Then we need our next yarn. We need the fuzzy yarn. And I'm using a smaller hook now, so it's easier. Okay, now what we're going to do for the first line, we're going to insert into the first stitch. It's a little tough because you also have the ears there, which I don't, so yeah, it's harder for you, but you can do it. And we're going to pull it through. Yeah. That didn't work. It's a bit chaotic with this small yarn, I have to admit. I'm just gonna put through. Okay, so put this yarn back here. Then you're going to do a single crochet or 2 or 3 into every of those stitches. So the mane becomes really fluffy. It depends how fluffy you want it to be, how many stitches you have to do in there. And what I like to do for the first one is I like to insert it at the very bottom. So like you can see it here, down here, or down here, so that you don't see this stem part of the stitch. So I'm going to insert it here, single crochet through all this. Three single crochets into this stitch, and just into the next stitch and at the very bottom. 1, 2, 3, just like this. And what you see, it is starting to become really fluffy up here, and that's what we want. And we also want the fluff down here, so we can put it down there and just crochet through all of the line. And back here you can obviously go a bit further back so that you don't have an open part back here, but I'm not going to do this now. Just pull it through. And you have the first fluffy lane of your head. Then for the second one, you're going to do the what I call cross-linking. It's that you don't have 2 separate lanes of fluff, but that you crochet sometimes into this one that you've already covered, so that it's a bit more, linked between the lines. So I'm just doing a single crochet in the first one, and another. And now I'm stepping into the next one. Here you don't have to go through all of it on the bottom. You can just pick up one of the stitches, legs, arms, I don't know. Crochet through it, and then maybe you can go through the other as you like. And now I'm going down here. It works better if you put them here closer together, but I haven't done this now, so it doesn't work that great, but it works. I'm just stitching through the bottom one as well. Pull it through. And then I'm stitching up there again. And it doesn't matter if the stitches are really like symmetrical or if you pull it all the way through, but yeah, it doesn't matter, it becomes fluffy anyway. Done 2 up here, and I'm going down again to make it a bit longer, the string, so I can reach down there. Pull through. And it's becoming one field of fluff, and it's not the single lines. and at the end pull through again, cut off, and knot and sew in the end. And that's how you get a fluffy mane, and you can't really see in between the lines. When you're inserting the horns, just have to find a little hole, like this one, where you can stick them in. So that's it. Have fun with crocheting your Wooloo.